instead of us trading right hands up against the fence, boom, I'm looking for positions where I can be angled, have Lydia's back against the fence, and I can start teeing off. This head movement's freezing me on the fence. Hey guys, Brandon Gibson here from Jackson Wink in Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA. Thank you for joining us today. I'm joined by Lydia Warren. She's going to help demo some of my favorite techniques today. I've been a striking coach since 2007. I've been very humbled and honored to be in the corner of many UFC champs and greats and future stars and legends like Lydia here. So today we're going to go over one of my favorite tools, which is the big punch shield. And I really like to use this to draw out that power, draw out that strength, draw out the footwork and balance, especially in positions where we're up against the fence, up on the ropes, up on the wall. And it could definitely work for open mat techniques, but when I pull this bad boy out, it's usually techniques based on like breaking ribs up against the cage wall. So let's have some fun with it today. We're gonna start with the footwork foundation. So before I let Lydia start cracking away at that, let's go over some of the finer details. I like to set up a lot of my footwork and pivot off my head movement. This is it's kind of a custom-auto Mike Tyson peekaboo style that we're trying to get going for MMA a little more. So the first one I'm going to do with Lydia, I'm going to start with my head motion slipping. I'm getting her on the warning tracks, her back's getting close to the fence, and I'm going to start using my head motion to freeze her. She probably wants to load up, let this big right hand go. That's what I see a lot of when I see people backed up against the wall. They want to start swinging hard to get their opponent off and give them some space so they can circle away from the fence. I like to take away this power shot with my own movement. So I'll start using my hands, using my head to start freezing her, making her hesitate, making her guess what I'm going to do. Really, I'm using this head movement to disguise my load, my weight transfer, and my balance of when I'm going to start attacking and flanking and looking for a great spot where instead of us trading right hands up against the fence, boom, I'm looking for positions where I can be angled, have Lydia's back against the fence, and I can start teeing off. One of my favorite examples of this is actually Conor McGregor. He, especially in his fights at featherweight, was a master of putting guys on the fence line, keeping them on the fence line, and punishing them on the fence line. Fights like Dennis Seaver, Chad Mendez, and Diego Brandao, I think, are great examples of Conor using his linear pressure, and obviously Conor was southpaw, but getting angles and then attacking and hunting off those angles while keeping the opponent pinned on the fence line. We're going to use some tighter boxing range, this custom-auto inspired work. My goal is to get an angle, let some power go, but the bigger concept too is as Lydia bails, keeping her on the fence line, boom, and setting up some bigger strikes. But this demo, this lesson, we're going to focus just on those entries and how to get there. So the first one we're going to do, in motion, I'm going to start slipping my lead side to my power side. I'm going to get a little motion going right here. And I'm going to use this motion to disguise my weight transfer. So when I slip towards my power side now, I'm going to step up. I'm going to flank. I'm going to switch stance. From here, I'm going to do a tight pivot, adjust my hips so I'm still in my orthodox stance, and now I can tee off on Lydia. So from a different angle, Lydia, let's show the other side. We'll do a few slips, just kind of warm up repetition. Lead, power, lead, power, lead, power's my step. Shuffle my hips. Attack. Again. Down, 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 boom, boom. I'm balanced, I have a slight angle. I'm away from Lydia's power hand. She doesn't have that many options when she's pinned up against the fence, and I took that angle. Now obviously one thing she could do, if her back was on the fence right here and I stepped and I pivoted and I flanked, is she could exit. But I'm looking, when I take this step, I am in hunter mode. I'm ready to throw this lead hook. I'm ready to throw my power shots. I'm ready to look for big head kicks. I'm ready to shoot if needed too. I can angle, she starts bailing. I can scoop her up. Let's show from my backs. So we're looking, woo, lead, power, lead. As I slip towards my power side, I've stepped. I quick shuffle, pivot, look to attack. And one more time, a forward perspective, lead, power, step, my hands are up, quick pivot, attack. Now let's have Lydia do it, and the way I love to catch this is on the power shield. So Lydia, we're gonna go a lead slip, a power, a lead, power step, shuffle, and we're gonna go big hook right at the body right there. So give me 4 slips, just to kind of get some motion going, some sequence going. In a fight, the application could just be a power side slip to the quick pivot. It doesn't need to be this big load up, wind up, pendulum motion, right? It could just be right into it. But for this sake, let's keep our core tight, get that head movement in. Lead, power step, quick pivot, big shot, good. Lead, power step, quick pivot, very nice. This head movement's freezing me on the fence. Get you a good angle, let some power go. I love this because it's almost a free shot, and I see a lot of our fighters freeze their opponents with this kind of motion up against the fence. They take the angle, Lydia has her hips loaded, she has her core ready, she's in a great punching position. It's almost a free power shot, right? Like wind up, let it go. Let's get a few more, let's get your back, yep. Good, again. Good. I love this element of using your head pressure, using just this feint alone to draw out a hesitation in your opponent, right? And then by the time they're done processing what happened, you've already angled and lined up some big shots. So great tool for the power shield. Let's go another setup. One of my favorites now, we'll go a real linear attack. I'm looking jabs, I'm looking crosses, and I'm getting Lydia's guard up and tight. Her back's against the fence. I'm trying to take away her weapons with my speed and my volume. And really what I'm also going to do is off my lead hand, disguise a cut step across to a quick pivot to a big load up hook. So these are almost like a pepper style punch, maybe like the Diaz brothers would use. I'm looking for volume, I'm looking for speed, and I'm mixing up my jabs and my crosses. High volume, step, cut step, quick pivot, big shot. Again, from behind, peppering, post, cut step, pivot, big shot. And again, just like the other sequence, Lydia has a chance to circle off the fence now. So one of my goals as I hit that cut step and quick pivot is one big shot, but also to keep her on that fence line. Keep her back, keep her making defensive motions that are pairing, that are pulling, that are dipping, and they're getting them in bad defensive positions. So we'll use the punch shield again, Lydia. Let's focus. I'll just let you kind of pepper high. Pepper, pepper, pepper. Cut step with the lead leg across, pivot. Boom, and let a free shot go. Go for it, Lydia. Pepper, bop, 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 bop. Cut step, pivot, rip. Good. Pepper those jabs, crosses, mix it up. Good. Cut. Very nice. And it's a rhythm change, right? You're flowing, you're light, you're touching, you're establishing a rhythm. You cut step, you load, you rip a big hook. That's a powerful rhythm change. Keep fighters guessing, keep their defensive patterns guessing. Cut, pivot, rip. Good, Lydia. Let's take you right here. Pepper in, bop, 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 bop. Cut, pivot. Beautiful. Again. Pepper. Cut. Good. Last one here. Let me see forward pressure. Pop, 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 pop. Cut. Beautiful. I love teaching these rhythm changes, and I think going from where the fighter doesn't have any real target, where they're just putting their hands out there loose in a shadow boxing speed, timing, rhythm, to hitting this angle, loading up, and on the punch you're letting as much power as you can out is a great way to teach these rhythm changes. One more, Lydia?
Yeah.
Let's go. One of my favorites will be a little longer range. So I have Lydia still up against the ropes, up against the fence, but we're not quite in boxing range. Maybe we're at more of a kicking range. And on this one, I'm looking to disguise my entry and disguise my angle. And one of my favorite ways to do that is off the cross. So as I pepper, I'm not in range, but I'm going to throw a long cross, and I'm going to use that cross. As I pull back, I'm going to advance and shuffle my hips forward. So off this cross, I'm going to pull and shuffle one motion. Now not only do I have the angle, my weight is loaded, and now I'm looking big, right hook to the body. Maybe I'm posting up, maybe I'm continuing to attack. Sort of past boxing range, we're in kick range. I'm feinting, I show a hard cross, I return, shuffle in, her back's on the fence, and now I'm free to load up, load up, load up. Keep them on the fence, keep the attack going. The key on this one is as I return that cross, this is my load right here. As I pull in, I advance my hips. Some people call this a skip shuffle. I'm loose, I'm peppering, I'm showing that volume, I'm showing that range. I skip shuffle in. We can go right hook, you can go right uppercut, you can go right hook to the head. There are a lot of tools you can use there. You can be close enough to throw a right elbow if you wanted to. On the punch shield, we're going to go hard right cross or right hook to the body. Roy Jones Jr. style, Floyd Mayweather style, and a lot of great right hook to the body punchers. So we're going to start a little long. Lydia's peppering. Good. Feinting. Yep, show that cross, pull that cross. Good. As you pull, you're springing. Pull, 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 and spring. Good. Pepper, pepper, pepper. Dot, 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 dot. Show the cross. Pull and skip. Good. Show me the other angle, Lydia. Very nice. Good. Pepper in. Good. Show the cross. Pull. Rip. Very nice. Again. Dot, 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 dot. Good range. Good. Show from the back. Good. One more. Good. All right. I always say that footwork is the first form of defense in all of martial arts. Head movement's great. Obviously, hand position is key. Being able to check, being able to pull, being able to parry, slip, shoulder roll. All of those are key elements. But footwork is the basis of all of it. So I love these drills where we could use our footwork to flank, to find angles, to control the range, to pin your opponent on the fence line or the ropes and put them in really bad situations. So that positional awareness is key. These footwork drills are key. And check it out at home. Thanks for joining us.